Hey everybody, welcome to today's video, and today we're talking about pop buys. A pop buy is simply something when you take a small gift, token of appreciation over to a client and you pop by their house, unexpected typically, and you give them the gift. It inflicts the law of reciprocity, which we can talk about in depth a little bit later, and it also surprises the person, surprises your friend, your consumer, your client, and puts everybody in a good mood. It's a joyful time, and it gives you a chance to talk to them. I can't tell you how many times I've popped by someone's house personally, and not only is it just exciting and fun to keep in touch with everybody, especially in today's world, it provided an opportunity for them to typically tell me that they had referred me to someone down the street, their neighbor, their friend, their family. And so typically they'll give me their information about that person, or they've been meaning to, or they were going to, but they haven't had a chance, and now they're going to after we leave this meeting. Either way, it's a great thing to do. It's a great practice and habit to get into as a realtor, and doing it will almost always reap the referrals that you're looking for and that you're seeking. I want to say that we give with hope of being referred to, but not the expectation. That is number one rule in this system, and you don't want to constantly be keeping score. Just like if you've ever had couples counseling or something like that, they'll say don't keep score with who cleans the dishes this time, who does the laundry that time, stuff like that. That leads to bad relationships, not only with your significant other but with your clients. So we don't keep score. We just give openly and freely, and we hope and know that at the end of the day, the law of reciprocity does exist and it will come true. The law of reciprocity is 100% true, and if you do not utilize it, then you will not reap the rewards of it. So the point is, give freely and openly, and the reciprocity will occur over time. And typically you cannot outgive the law of reciprocity. So the more your heart turns to giving, the more plentiful the world provides back. So we can ignore the law and jump off 10-story buildings and say gravity doesn't exist and ignore those laws, or we can acknowledge the laws and that they do exist and plan our business and our days around the laws, and the fact that if you do pop buys, you will in the long term come out in a great place because of the referrals that you'll receive from them. So what type of pop buys do we do if we decide, okay, I believe you, now we're going to do the pop buys? All right, so for me, this is always a bit of a challenge, about 50-50. 50% of the year I have it on lockdown, I know exactly what I'm doing. The other 50% of the year I'm always trying to think creatively and think of new pop buys. So we'll go through the months. January for me, I've kind of locked into ironically, even before COVID, I thought to myself, or ran across just the small bottles of sanitizer. You can get them in the airport section at any of the big box stores, and they even have the little rubber holders that'll snap onto like a purse or something that you carry around with you all day. And I thought, before COVID even, I thought, man, that's a really handy gift, pop by, because everyone needs this, and especially it's in January, it's cold and flu season before COVID. So lo and behold, whenever COVID hit, those things were hotcakes. So something I like to do in January, if you want to do a spin-off that's fine, something in that nature, but think about what's going on. And before we get too deep in this, something I always do is I try to think of gifts that will matter and that my clients will use. Like, there's no reason to throw away hand sanitizer. You may not need it at the moment, but you're probably going to need it, and it's great to throw in your car, purse, somewhere, bag, gym bag, whatever, because you probably need it. So not a lot of people are going to throw that one away. So let's move on to February. February is obviously Valentine's Day. You can play off of that. But in our market here in Indiana, we always have Girl Scouts selling Girl Scout cookies. So that's become a staple in my lineup as well. And the best part about this is it's a 2-for-1 deal from a realtor standpoint. I'm going to go to a client that has a daughter selling Girl Scout cookies, and I'm going to make her love me because I'm going to order a lot. And they're going to love it. They're going to think, man, Beau's the best realtor ever. He buys all these cookies from me. And then the best part is I get to give them away, which is yet another act of reciprocity, setting that up, another pop buy for them. So, I try to do around 12 pop buys a week. That's just for my numbers, what I'm trying to accomplish. That we'll do another video which talks about business planning and figuring out the system, how many activities to do each week. But for me, it's about 12 a week, which means 48 a month. So I'll just usually round up by 50 boxes of cookies from someone and hand them out in the month of February. So then on to March. I always have trouble with this one because it's tough. So especially when holidays in the month are middle or early part of the month, you're kind of stuck with handing stuff out and trying to get it out before the holiday, because it doesn't make quite as much sense if you're handing out a Valentine's Day gift on February 25th versus 14th or before. So I try not to put myself in a situation where it'll look awkward or feel awkward handing something out after the holiday. But in March, I've typically done something around the Shamrock, something about St. Patty's Day, and what I've kind of liked to the last couple years is I've usually done like lottery tickets, something, because a lot local scratch off lottery will have a Shamrock themed one or a gold coin themed one. You can add a gold coin chocolate and a lottery ticket and put it together if you want. But the cool thing about this holiday is people don't mind getting something with shamrocks and gold on it late in March. Even though the holiday is in the middle of the month, still kind of carries over and applies, and you get a lottery ticket and a gold coin is fun. So that's what I do in March typically. In April is a great month for car washes. So typically I will do a book of car washes, but here's the difficult part for me, and it's hard for other people too. The best time to buy these for me in the Indianapolis market has been Father's Day. The weeks leading up to Father's Day, that's the deepest sale I've seen. Maybe I'll have to check the pricing, but maybe on Black Friday they have a similar deal. But you'll want to plan for this, because Father's Day is right after when I want to give them out. So I have to wait a whole year with these booklet of car washes, or maybe again Black Friday you can check, maybe a good discount then too. But plan ahead, because you can get them for cheaper, and then you can hand them out in April. April is a perfect month because generally here in Indiana, at least, the weather's not been great to that date. And it's starting to get spring days, more sunshine, less rain, less ickiness. So everybody could use a car wash from the winter, and it's perfect when you show up to the doorstep with one and they just remember it's great gifts. So May here in Indiana, we're lucky because we have the biggest sports spectacle in the world, and it's on Memorial Day. So you can obviously use Memorial Day as a theme. We definitely do that here too, and you can also use the race. So you can do small flags like checkered flags, you can do race theme ideas. Now these have been changing for me each year, so I don't really have a go-to. This is probably on the 50% creative side for me. The other thing that I've done in this time of year is grilling out, because typically now you've gotten through the 50-50 month of April, which is still sometimes cool, and you're in full grill out mode, grilling out burgers, hot dogs, so that you can get grill kits, condiment kits, stuff like that, and use that for your May pop by. So now we're on to June, and there again, I do not have anything specific for June. It's on the creative side again, although I will be honest with the viewers, June is a hard month because by June we are going, like, we're doing deals. It is usually full-fledged, and it is crazy. Anyways, the month of June is obviously Father's Day, so you could do that as a theme. There's ideas out there, so I don't have a list of them specifically. This is one where I try to get creative. Again, grilling, if you do the race in May, you can do grilling in June. Anything summer oriented. July 4th is obviously a huge holiday. So what I would do leading up to July 4th is fireworks, July 4th type things as my pop-by. So in the month of June, you could actually do the prep. And this is one of these where you have to be kind of planning, strategic, because July 4th holiday is so early in the month. You can't really you can't do fireworks for July because the whole month it's already over. So it's perfect to do snaps for kids, sparklers, things if you're giving them to people with kids, for the month of June. And then July is actually perfect for sunscreen. I've done sunscreen at least once before. I haven't done it every year, but a little bottle, airport size again, of sunscreen, talking about vacations. You could even tie it into, I can help you, refer you to an agent that can get you a vacation home in Florida or Arizona or something like that, because we all have agents that we have relationships with that can help our clients if they're wanting to do something like that. So that sunscreen is perfect because family vacations are typically in the month of July. So how great is that? They have it with them already. They think of you when they go on vacation. In August, back to school supply kits. That's typically my number one theme. I mean, you got school, that's a big thing for people with families. You got football. Sometimes I've done both of these. Sometimes I've just counted the football as my pop-by. But football calendar magnets. So obviously, I can't tell you how many times people said we have your calendar on our fridge. So we always order a football magnet for the season. Football in August, preseason's heating up, training camps heating up, things like that. So people always have football in their mind. It's obviously a big sport in the U.S., so people are thinking about it, and then boom, you supply the calendar with the football team on it. We do like all three college teams in Indiana, the major three, and the Colts, obviously. So that's a great one. If you can't do anything but that's a huge win, but you can also do some other stuff like back to school themed if you want. So then we're into the month of September. This is always a little bit 50-50 for me because I don't know, you can do a couple different things in September and October. So one of the 2 months I'm doing Starbucks gift cards because September pumpkin spice lattes come out and people lose their minds over it. So providing a Starbucks card that time of year is clutch. People are like, I was going to go get one anyways. You're awesome. Yada, yada. It's great. Great timing. So typically do that in September, and then that leaves October open for me because Halloween's at the end of the month. I can get by with pumpkin carving kits. You can do all kinds of stuff around the theme of Halloween. So easy month to take care of there. Get those things out to your clients, and then you're off in November. Now this is the favorite. I mean, everyone, you've probably heard it already, but it's pumpkin pies or pies for Thanksgiving. So when you are in the month of November, you want to have a pie party. You know, I've never scoffed at any of this. I did it from day one, and the business has been well. Some people scoff at it, say, oh, I don't want to be another realtor that does pies. Well, the pies is a great event. Clients love it. It's a way to get together right before the holidays, which the holidays just make everyone in a great mood. So it's a great time to talk to your clients, reminisce about the year, just catch up with everybody. It's just 100%, it's just so good. And then on top of that, it's the only month of the year that you do not have to run around town dropping things off, because this is called a reverse pop-by party. So you typically set up a place, location, whether it's at your broker's office, whether you rent out another location. Maybe you go in tandem with a bakery around town. A lot of people use Costco pies, so you can't really do that. But if you have a local bakery that you have a relationship with, that's perfect. You can bring them business while hosting there at the bakery. just do this, because you will be thankful you did. It's definitely a great time of year, and it always works out beneficially. So then after that, my favorite December one has been wrapping paper. Again, it's clutch. People are like, oh, I needed wrapping paper, and I go to these stores and get like a whole box of rolls of wrapping paper, and they're all like $1 each. So spending $40-50 on a box of wrapping paper rolls, and everybody loves it. It's a great, again, perfect time to do pop buys, because everybody's in a good mood, and it's just a fun time of year to be out and seeing people, and it shows that you care even at times where you're not doing business. I mean, obviously we do transact some transactions in the winter months, but it's definitely a slower season, and when you show that you still care even when it's not time for us to be making money, that just goes a long way in the client's eyes and sets up that law of reciprocity. And you can continue to have those conversations about what's going on next spring if they know of anybody, or if they're interested in buying or selling that next spring. It's a great opportunity to have those conversations and know that you're not pressing for anything, but you're just looking out. You can send them a CMA or whatnot and give them a value of their home, and everybody kind of knows that it's setting up for next spring. So hopefully this video helped you. Hopefully you get some good ideas. If you have other ideas, because I kind of caused you to have a light bulb moment in your head, please comment on under the video and let us know. We're always trying to kind of be fresh with our ideas, but at the same time, you got a few of those that are just tried and true, and they're going to be, things we do every single year. But love to hear everyone's feedback. If this video has helped you, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll see anytime we do another video, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.